Hello y'all, wanted to give y'all an update after the storms and, well, a rather awkward weather changing season. Let me clean you off here. So, as you can see, we have some shingles down and, well, the window was busted out of our shed here. We've had a few little limbs down, nothing major. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of damages in our local surrounding areas. Just within a 30-minute drive from us is we're hit by tornadoes and severe wind damages. I took the company truck and equipment up yesterday, tried to help clean up some debris, and I'd love to go up there today, but I'm trying to juggle life and help the community at the same time. So that being said, I wanted to come out and give you all an update on everything. I tried before and my battery died, so I apologize for that. It is still a little windy out here, but anyway, we have been doing some work around here. I'm leveling off for hopefully a place for a barn, but we may have some changes coming, and some plans may have to change. I don't know yet, but we got the round pen set back up here. We also got our temporary shelter and that mess cleaned up. But yeah, we're missing some shingles up on the roof. But other than that, all the animals are okay, absolutely fine. I've got that closed up because I am trying to do a couple of things here. We want to move it further away from the road just because of how times have changed. I don't want them that close to the road anymore. Just not comfortable with it. There's no telling how bad things are going to get during these rough times, and I want to try to keep everything as safe as possible. The other thing is, we're trying to get some of these hens to lay in the coop again because they've been coming out here laying in random hay bales and things like that, and we're missing out on a lot of eggs, which if you've been paying attention lately and had to go to the store, well, they're like gold. So we can't have waste going on. I'll bring you over here and show you the emu. Like I said, company truck and everything. Yeah, that's the new addition, guys. It's F450 dump bed. The dump bed does need work, but it's a great addition. It's going to help us around here on the homestead. I've already used it to move all that brush because we've been in a burn ban for some time now with wildfires screaming across the country. We just had one over 500 acres just a few miles down the road here. So yeah, we had that, and we also had, oh, your windbreak blew down. That's okay. I didn't expect it to stay up there forever. This was not a permanent solution. It was a temporary, but that's okay. Yeah, they're doing good, guys. They are doing good. Well, we've had some stuff blow in here. I'm gonna have to go clean that up. Yeah, overall, everything's fine. Like I said, we had a few limbs come down and all that. We've had that fire not very far away from us, and had the wind been the right way, it probably could have ended up here very quickly. And then we had the tornadoes come through that same evening. So the storms were a good thing, and in the manner that they helped suppress that fire, but it also did a lot of damage as it went through to our surrounding communities. And my heart goes out to anybody that is dealing with the wildfires, that is dealing with these storms. It's just devastating. I have absolutely no words. I can only describe it. I have no words. It's awful. Just the amount of devastation. I know I went up and helped with the Rolla, Missouri. I'm sure some of you have probably heard that on the news. I went up there yesterday and helped with that. They are confirming an EF2 touchdown there, where the most significant damages are. And that was over 120-mile-an-hour winds is what they're classifying that as. It's humbling. It's more than humbling to go up there and see just the amount of devastation. I mean, there are roofs just completely missing. I'm not talking it just ripped the shingles and plywood off. It completely took the rafters. There's some houses it took the entire second floor off of. There are businesses it just completely took the roof off of, blew windows out. Massive power poles just snapped in several pieces. Trees either uprooted or just snapped. I mean, it's pictures don't even do it justice, people. You know, and there's scammers and frauds out there. Okay, as a business owner or not a business owner, it is wrong to charge people to help clean up after such a disaster. It is absolutely wrong. You are a scavenger, you are a looter, and you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm not talking about coming in and putting a new roof on the house, putting a new sidewalk in, bringing rock in to fix a driveway. Those things, yes, they get paid for. Insurance can help cover some of that cost. Insurance does not cover a tree falling on your house. If any of you don't know that, don't trust these people, okay? There are people that are coming to help clean up. They're going to be going through your personal belongings. They're there to get what they can get, what they can benefit from it. You know, I thought about bringing a load of brush home with me at quitting time yesterday, just to haul off one more load. But I got to thinking about how that would make me look, because I could have used some of that for firewood. I could most definitely benefit. Why? It's not right. And I didn't do it. I came home empty. Because where I was cleaning up, there was a lot of stuff there that could have been used as firewood. A lot. But I didn't. Because it's not the right thing to do. I'm sure those people might not care as long as the stuff leaves their yard. But that's not the point. You don't go do something like that and expect to benefit from it. You benefit from going and doing the work for those people that are suffering. I done it as part of the homestead too, because that tractor is the homestead's. It's not a part of the business. I use it for business occasionally. But it's no different than me going out here and renting a piece of equipment. Okay? I would have took the excavator, but I don't have a thumb. And, well, it needs new filters. So, I can't really use it right now. But that being said, don't pay somebody to come in and remove debris. Don't do it. I'm telling you folks, yesterday at meeting time, there were over 200 volunteers. Ranging from people there to just pick up trash, to people like me who brought equipment in. There was full-size dump trucks, skid steers, other people with tractors, dump trailers, just regular pickup trucks and trailers. It was overwhelming support. It took them 2 hours to get everybody signed in, get organized, and figure out where to deploy everybody. And they're doing it for free. Okay? Don't sit here and pay somebody for this stuff. Okay? They have specific hours that they work during these times. That also helps with these scam artists and looters out here. These scavengers. Okay? They're working from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And they'll be working on it for weeks to come. I did 3 loads yesterday and barely made a dent with my little truck. The big dump trucks and everybody else there that was hauling barely made a dent. These things take time. And I'm proud to be one of those volunteers. Because I might as well shut my doors and sell my business if I'm going to sit here and ask people to pay me for those services. It's sickening. Okay? That is volunteer work. That is something I can put on my taxes as a write-off. Okay? I don't need to come away with money in my pocket. So anyway, Homestead's doing great. We've got our trees over there, cedar trees, we're going to cut up for posts for the barn. Sorry about that little rant. It's over with. Just, I've got some people like that in my area that are out here trying to do that right now to people. But horses are doing wonderful. Look how Dakota has filled in. Just look at that beautiful boy. He has filled in over the winter, guys. He's still got some winter fur, but yeah, he's just absolutely gorgeous. That yeah, I have my poles up here. We just got to get the brush, all the limbs trimmed off of them, get them cut down to length and all of that. Now some of this is for firewood. It is not for, I just picked some of this out for firewood, and that big log there, I'm not going to be able to put it in the back of my dump truck. So some of this stuff just got pulled off to the side, but the cedars here, they're good diameter. A lot of these are at least 6 inches in diameter, and they're going to be roughly 14 foot long by the time I cut them down, and that is what I'm going to use to start erecting a pole barn. For the time being, we are going to be reusing metal. Obviously, metal's expensive, but our plan is to use what we have for now and see what we can build out of it. The boards I was going to use in the house have unfortunately sat out in the weather too long, where I don't want to use them under the house anymore. I'm going to go buy some for that. But they are usable for the barn. I'm absolutely okay with that, because they will still get air, and we won't have a problem with that. We don't get a whole lot of snow and stuff like that for snow load for me to worry about anything being snapped off. They're not going to be under constant pressure and wear and tear, if that makes any sense. And that's how I make that judgment. Anyway, that is the plan there, guys. I am digging out this hillside right here. We're gonna bring that all the way over and just kind of level this out a little bit and make it a nice gentle all the way around there. So a lot of this is coming out, and we're just gonna continue kind of leveling this off, bringing it down and pushing it back. I need as much room as I can to make pins and things off the sides of the barn, and we're gonna make it work, guys. I'm gonna figure it out. I actually have some metal I need to go pick up, but this is a pretty large area right here that I have just dug out from here and pushed all this that way. What I dug out of here when I leveled this off was already pushed over right in this line here. And we have since kind of peeled that back, dug this out, and I've just been shoving it over. So right now, right along our edge right there, we are about 3 foot up from the ground below. So I do want it to be up some, obviously, but I'm just trying to make this work. I'm trying to make it functional here. We have added a culvert into here. This is a low spot right here, so all this water should channel right down into our ditch, and then right down this swell that I made here, and then that's going to take it on down to the ditch, and it can go wherever it wants to go from there, as long as it doesn't wash out the driveway, of course. But I'm still working on this, kind of getting it smoothed out, getting the right angles and all that. I want to be able to run my lawnmower over it, and of course the equipment and things. Bringing the dump truck in and out of here has helped kind of compact it and get everything leveled down. The excavator is only about 7,000 pounds. The truck is 10,000 empty. So that being said, the truck could be a little bit more with the dump bed on it, and then of course whatever we put in the dump bed. So I hauled off a lot of brush, and I've hauled off a lot of the dirt that was unusable over there, and then we just kind of buried some stuff that it was just small stuff. There just wasn't enough there to really make another load, so I just pushed some of our dirt over top of it there, and we're going to continue making that work. But like I said, we may have some changes coming here in the future, so some of our plans might change a little bit, but it shouldn't be too extravagant. But yes, for now, this is where all the brush is. It's pushed down over the hill there. It can deteriorate, and it won't be in our way. It's not ideal. It's not what I wanted to do, but it's out of the way. It can turn into soil over there. Be returned back to the earth. It'll kind of create a small little habitat over there for birds and things. I'm okay with that. As long as it's out of my way. I have not been able to burn because of the burn ban, so I had to do something with it, and I'm not going to pay to haul it off. It's not like the trash over here that we need to pay to haul off. We're still working on that, but it costs money, and that will come in time. I now have a piece of equipment that can do that for us. So we can take it off in little bits and get rid of it. I may end up moving it. I hate moving stuff over and over and over again, but I can move it down there in front of the brush where it's easy to get a hold of, put it in the truck, haul it off, and then we can utilize that space But that's going to take time and fuel and things like that. So anyway, I wanted to definitely give you guys an update of what's going on. I still need to do something with this pile of rocks. Working on it. We have too many roosters. If you're wondering why the cage with birds in it, we have entirely too many roosters. Those are from the ones we hatched last year. So in case anyone is... Alright, so this is probably going to be a 2-video thing. I'm sorry guys, I hit the wrong button on my phone. But anyway, in case anyone was wondering, that is what those birds are. Those are from last year's hatch out, and we are working on some now. Update on the emu. Unfortunately, my wife overpacked the incubator, and we had a couple in there that would have hatched, but she overcrowded them. So accidents happen. We're just gonna have to try again, and it's unfortunate, it really is, but we are learning. That's how you learn. You make mistakes, and unfortunately they weren't able to fully develop. So but we know we're getting fertile eggs, and we'll continue to try. Unfortunately, we probably are going to be rehoming the goats. I don't know if I have the heart to put them in the freezer. I've never really had goat, and just not sure about it, and I hate to even discuss that with some of you. But times are getting tough, and that's a part of homesteading. You got to put food on the table, and it has been a thought that crossed my mind. I don't know how bad things are going to get, but we've got to get this homestead whipped into shape the best that we can and prepare, because it's not going to get any better, guys. It's just not. Times are going to get tough. It's going to be hard to get food. Even the Bible tells us about these times, whether you like that talk or not. It's tough. Okay, it's not gonna get better. Not in a sense. Okay, things do get worse before they get better. I'm sure things will level out eventually, but I'm not going to sit here and talk about end times, because I don't know. Nobody does. The Bible tells us that also. We know the signs. We know what to look for. But we cannot sit here and determine the end of times, because that's up to God. And anyway, just get ready, folks. Plant a garden. If you want to go get chickens, go get chickens. If you want to get ducks, go get ducks. Be prepared. I wouldn't mind getting a few pigs and some cattle to rear up and be able to have them as food. We are planning on adding to our chickens. We are going to be adding probably roughly 30 more hens if we can get them. We probably won't benefit from it this year, but next year we will. And I'm going to continue hatching out what I can. Obviously, the more they have, the more eggs we have. That is a partial financial income for the homestead, as well as hatching them out. So I am trying. We're working on that aspect to get a little bit of income coming in to help take some of the stress of this away. Obviously there's different factors as far as the business end and, you know, homesteading. There's two separate entities, and I'm only going to benefit from the business so far because a lot of that has to go back into the business. So yeah, I can't just go out here and get money and blow it. I have to make sure I've got money set back for fuel and maintenance and things like that, and we have to do that here as well with the tractor. We got to be able to do maintenance on it and keep it healthy. So I'm glad we didn't have a whole lot of damages. I'm glad we didn't lose animals. I'm glad that fire did not make it any closer to the house. And well, I don't know what more to talk about, guys. We've just been working on things around here, cleaning some things up, getting ready. Spring has sprung. We still get a little bit of winter weather, but spring is here nonetheless. We're going to be working on a garden spot and things like that, and try to get the homestead up and operational for this year. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate every one of you, and we will see you next time.